Virgo, welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I will be your Starchaeologist, which means I'm ready to dig deep into the treasures and mysteries that are you, especially for the month of June. That is what this reading is about. Your June reading, this is good for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I also encourage you to look at the other videos for different signs for those placements for you. Also, if you're curious about someone else, someone that you love, wondering what their June is going to be looking like, feel free to cross-watch for that sign. I am so grateful that you are here. I cannot tell you how much it means to me to see more and more people showing up and connecting with me in this way. I'm really devoted, you guys, to helping align you with your highest selves and your highest good and your highest path, and setting you up really in the best position possible to tackle June and experience success, fulfillment, and joy and growth. That's my intention for these readings. If you have any of your own intentions, feel free to set those right now as I begin to tune in and shuffle. Let's do this, Virgo. Virgo, this June is looking pretty wild for you in a beautiful, beautiful way. We have a few court cards here, as well as two aces, which is tells me this is a time of real beginnings for you, but not just beginnings, divinely blessed beginnings and divinely guided beginnings. This is the Ace of Wands paired with the King of Pentacles. So I think for some of you, court cards, especially King and Queen cards, often represent actual figures in our lives. I think for some of you, this is an actual figure. This is someone with a very masculine energy, in that they are very structured, logical, grounded. They play by the rules and they excel playing by the rules. And this is someone who can make a dream come true for you, that you are either connecting with in June, or that you've connected with before, but they're resurfacing in your life in a way that you're seeing them in a new light. They might be actually even inspiring this dream in you. This Ace of Wands is a spark. It's a spark of inspiration that is coming to you from what seems like thin air in June. And sometimes when we feel this spark, when we are lit up by something that really does inspire us, it feels like it's coming from a greater place. It feels like we are just a vessel. How many times have we heard that from some of the greatest artists in history? It's this feeling of being like, we are just a human vessel and this is coming through me, which sometimes makes us feel out of control. It makes this beginning of this idea feel wild and out of control, uncontrolled. And that can be scary. That can often be so scary that it's enough that it kind of triggers our conscious mind in an uncomfortable way, in our very human, logical mind in an uncomfortable way. And I should be saying brain. It's really triggering our brain, because we go, oh, this feels scary and wild and uncontrolled. It's coming from somewhere outside of me. I can't see where it's coming from. It has a real pull. It has a real fire, a real power to it, and I can't trust it, so I won't honor it. This happens so many times with inspiration, with this real soul purpose energy. If your brain is doing that, don't let your brain fool you. There is someone in your corner, and either you have a feeling about this person or you're not even aware of this person. But it doesn't, regardless of whether you're aware of it or not, this person is there, and this this force, this very structured, guiding, ordered force is helping fuel this fire with a very healthy sense of ambition. This influence of this person or this thing can really, really help you. And connecting to this masculine energy in whatever way, I think it's also it feels authoritative over you. Like, this could be someone who is a mentor, someone that you look up to. It also could be someone that you don't feel that way about, but regardless, they say things to you and you're like, yeah, I have to do that. And I don't know why you have that authority, but you're making a lot of sense here. It's almost like you are yielding to them on a spiritual level, and maybe your conscious brain is not even quite understanding why. But it's because the fire in you recognizes that the fire in them. The fire in you senses that this person's vibration, this person's energy, and knows that it will only fan its flame. It knows this fire in you that wants to live, that wants to grow, is recognizing that this is its way to continue growing. And to really light your life on fire. Light you on fire in the most beautiful, enlightening way, not destructive way. Though there is a destruction, I think, that is coming up, but it's a destruction that you are hoping for. We'll get to that in a minute. I also think, so this can be an actual person in your life, but I also think that for some of you, this is not a person. This is just a masculine influence. This is a voice in your head that is so calm, cool, and collected, logical, and grounded in real things. Knows exactly the inner workings of this world, knows how to win at them. And this voice is guiding you in this Ace of Wands moment. This voice is encouraging you in this Ace of Wands moment, which kind of is giving it more weight than you might otherwise give it. Because like I said before, it's really easy to just write off our desires as being too crazy, because when it comes from a fireplace, it feels wild, and that scares us. But there's something here, there is this logic, this very grounded, logical influence that is making you kind of second guess this Ace of Wands and be like, oh, maybe this is possible. Maybe this can be something. Maybe this can be more than just a flicker. This could be a roaring fire. I think also this, for some of you, this is you stepping into this king position. Whatever this Ace of Wands is, it's bringing out the king in you. You feel this, and suddenly you feel powerful. You feel this, you have this idea, you have this calling, you recognize this calling. You recognize that something in your world has, your desire has been set aflame. Whether it's a new creative work, some sort of passion that's been born, it's a burning sense of purpose, and that is being born for you at the beginning of June, and it is empowering you. It is making you a king in your own life, an authority in your own life in ways that maybe other things have not propelled you to take this throne before. It's also like really grounding you in things. Like this desire, it doesn't exist in the 3D yet, you know. It just exists in the realm of possibility. It's in your mind, it's in your heart, you're feeling it in your soul. It's an inner fire that is burning that no one else can see, but it is empowering you to really make magic moves in your life, to really take concrete steps in your life that maybe don't even appear to be related to this, but you're making decisions. You're just like a boss right now. You're like, yeah, I know what I want, and it's clarifying the rest of your whole world. It's making you so strong in other realms of your life, in other areas of your life. It's making you a king in all of these areas of your life. And it's the King of Pentacles. It's just like how your world is working and how you physically affect the world around you. The money decisions you're making, the job decisions you're making, what decisions you're making about your home life, what moves you're making, how you're strategizing, how you're going about doing, how you're going about living in a way that is witnessable to anyone. Those are the ways in which suddenly people are seeing you and they're like, oh my God, that person knows exactly what they're doing. And it's all coming from this hand of God reaching out and like lighting this fire in you. This desire has empowered you. And maybe it's because desire is fire and it's enlightened something about yourself. Like you feel this desire and you're like, oh, this has lit a fire in me that is shedding light on things in my life I haven't seen before, or shedding light on something about me I haven't seen before. And suddenly you're seeing your world differently, which makes you feel much more powerful. The universe, if you are not feeling this way, I think the universe is calling for you to be this way. The universe is like, look at all these things that I am presenting, that I am reaching out and setting right in front of you. Do you see what a king you are? Do you see what an authority you are? Do you see how much power you have? Other people see you that way. Are you feeling that way? Because this is a situation where you might be denying a very obvious truth to everyone because you think of yourself in some smaller way on the inside. You're not smaller. You are this big. This is the beginning of getting what you want. Ace of Wands. The beginning of getting what you want. And this beginning of getting what you want coincides perfectly with stepping into your power, or also recognizing the power of someone close to you and their ability to help you, and helps bring you into your own power later on by embarking on this fire-driven journey, by saying yes to this Ace of Wands and pursuing it, fanning the flame of this that has just been lit. So how do you either step into that power or say yes to this masculine influence in your life? Let that affect the beginning of getting what you want in a positive way. We have the Ace of Pentacles, another ace, paired with the Queen of Cups. There is a concrete opportunity that is coming to you. And it's either coming from this Queen of Cups, it is coming from this very opposite influence, this very emotional, heart-driven, feminine influence in your life. Some sort of mentor, some sort of mother figure, authority figure who nurtures your heart, who nurtures your feelings, who values your feelings, makes you feel as though your feelings are valuable and valid. Either that person in your life is presenting you a very clear opportunity, like a new job, like some sort of money opportunity, some sort of extension in resources, property, prosperity, some sort of material abundance that is coming to you that will offer a very real foundation for building this Ace of Wands, for fanning the flame of this Ace of Wands. There's some sort of good fortune here that you're experiencing in June. So I think for some of you, it is saying yes to that feminine energy, receiving what you deserve. Because I think an element too of the Ace of Pentacles is sometimes doubting your good fortune and thinking, I don't deserve this. You completely deserve whatever this is. There's nothing, I'm hearing like dirty. There's nothing dirty about this gift. This is, it's a gift. It's a blessing. The way you honor someone giving you a gift is by accepting it. Don't turn this down. You honor this person by accepting it. So I think for some of you, it is this journey towards what you want. And this is a real journey because we're ending with the Chariot here. There is a big decision that you made about this Ace of Wands, about pursuing something that you want. And you are being launched in a new direction that you've decided on, been very decisive about this new path. So in this journey, for some of you, I think this is simply about saying yes, accepting what is being gifted to you, this new possibility and prosperity. But I also think that for others of you, this is not an influence on you. This is you. The way that you take the reins, the physical reins on getting what you want, harnessing this fire, like, letting yourself be moved by the wildness of this fire, but also, I just realized this mic is not in the right spot. Hope that's better. But also, okay, what was I saying? Not just getting, like, authority over, not just succumbing to the wildness of this fire and saying, okay, I must be doing something right because I'm feeling like this is out of control. This feels like something greater than me, and I'm a vessel and it's coming through me. I'm being inspired. But also, like, gaining some control, gaining some authority over that. It's a balance between that and also being like, I'm also going to look at this and I'm going to capitalize on it. I'm going to use my logic, use my brain, use the structure that I have, the ambition that I have to make something of this. And it's a gentle balance between those things. And I think if you're wondering, well, how do I do that? How do I step into my power in this way? It actually has to do with honoring the Queen of Pentacles in you. In other words, you being the one who deems your own feelings valid. You being the one who says, oh, I'm feeling this for a reason, and I'm not going to just push it down and discount it. My feelings are power. My feelings provide me with important information as queen. They are my loyal subjects. My feelings are my loyal subjects. And they are never going to serve me wrong. Even the feeling of being afraid serves us. Because it lets us know, sometimes in an opposite way, almost like reverse psychology, what we should be avoiding. We're like, oh, I'm afraid of that? Okay, that means I need to take a better look at what that is. You know? Our feelings are often our biggest clues for growth in our lives, because our conscious mind can argue with our unconscious mind ad nauseum. People get sometimes too smart for their own good, meaning that they can just be a lawyer, they can just debate their subconscious at all costs. They can always find a loophole. A loophole in intellectualizing their own growth, in intellectualizing their in how they understand things. They can always find a loophole that keeps them limited. But feelings, we can't really lie with feelings. We can feel something and then say it means something else, but we can't stop ourselves from feeling it. Feelings don't lie. So this is an honoring of your feelings, and it's related probably. I mean, it is related to this thing that you want, to this this inspiration, this desire that has been set aflame for you in June. There are a lot of feelings that you have around it, and this is an honoring of those feelings. This is a submission to those feelings, because those feelings are queen. Those feelings reign supreme. Treat them with the reverence that they deserve. Your feelings are very, very important, Virgo. So important that they might hold, literally hold some sort of key to grounding this desire in the real world, to making this desire real, bringing this fire into the realm of pentacles. You have the possibility to go from holding this invisible desire in your hand to holding this heavy, tangible dream come true. And it all has to do with honoring, I think for many of you, though I think for some of you, yes, these represent people. I think for many of you, this is all about honoring the authority in both of your masculine and feminine halves. The authority of your logical mind, especially in terms of how you navigate the real world. You are very skilled in that, and no surprise there. I mean, being Virgos, like, you are already very, very grounded, but this is specifically like in how you navigate the game of the world. You're good at it. You're being called to level up even at it. To become king, if you maybe are not even quite that yet. Like, this is an opportunity for you to become king. And then it's a balance between that and this queen energy, this feminine, this free-flowing, creative, feminine. I mean, this is the most feminine you can possibly get. This is cup of cups. This is water of water energy. It's like the way that you best revere, respect your heart is not by imposing any structure on it whatsoever. It's about actually letting it flow free and interpreting it, observing it through your third eye, through intuition, never through your logical mind. These are like such opposing forces, and it's really a balance. You need both of them. You need a balance of both, an equal balance between both, to really honor this desire set aflame and see it through. These can be in perfect alignment. This desire set aflame and this new opportunity, this new physical opportunity, have the possibility to be completely aligned and related. If you're able to do this, Virgo, you end the month really in such an incredible open space. We have the Tower plus the Chariot. By moving down this path, this journey that's kind of set aflame by this new desire set aflame, you actually there's some old structure that does collapse for you, some sort of psychological tower that does collapse for you, and it is an ending, and it might look destructive, but paired with the Chariot, it's a real win. It's exactly what you asked for. It's exactly the destination that you planned on heading to. So when that happens, if and when that happens, don't look at it and be shocked. Affirm to yourself, oh, this is exactly what I asked for. I didn't know it was going to look this way, but it's exactly what I asked for. It's a victory, and it's the victory that I have prepared for. It is the victory I have prepared for by saying yes to this, by stepping into my power in these ways. Part of stepping into that power, part of accepting this hand of God reaching out of the sky to give you this inspiration, to give you this this new like prosperity and opportunity too. Ace of Pentacles. With it comes an ending that needs to end. It needs to be done. And I see this actually as illuminating your journey for you. The Tower actually illuminates even better your next steps on your journey. The Chariot appears when we've made this decision. Our path is clear. We have this motivation because we're like, a decision has been made, and I can't ever go back. I know exactly where I'm headed now, and I know where I want to be, and I'm going there. And by making this commitment, you also commit to ending this. By making this commitment to this new destination, to this new direction, you're also saying, this tower that might be standing in the way needs to fall down because I'm driving through it. And with this destruction comes illumination. Like, there are psychological, emotional walls that are coming down. It's almost like this tower protected you from a new world. It was blocking a road that you were supposed to take. It was blocking a path that you were supposed to ride. And because the tower was built there, that path was so overgrown. It was never used. It was overgrown. It almost didn't even look like a path anymore. So much brush over it. And now that the tower has fallen down, you're able to recognize it for the path that it is. And you're like, well, that's the path I've been wanting to take this whole time. That's the path I've been looking for. That's the path I've been looking for out of this city, out of this structure that was limiting me in some sort of way. This structure too. That tower was keeping you from ruling the road. That tower was keeping you from ruling the road. You have worked so hard with the Chariot to balance everything, get everything under control in a way that makes you feel empowered, like you're ready to leave something behind and go somewhere new. It takes a real sense of stability in oneself, internal stability, to move. And that's really what this Chariot card is about. It's almost like saying, everything behind me is done. I'm just looking forward to the open road and to my next destination. And you have to be in a really strong place in order to do that, with really a sense of light and not fear. You've had enough victories in your past that have made you feel strong in this way. And which means there's like little victories in your past that have made the promise of victory in this new direction feel attainable. And you've prepared for that victory. That victory is yours. This tower coming down is part of you having that victory. It's part of you looking victorious. This is about fighting for yourself and not giving up, But in your case, you might be fighting yourself in fighting for yourself. You might be fighting yourself in fighting for yourself. And the part of yourself that you are fighting is the part of yourself that needs to lose. It's the part of yourself that isn't the king or the queen, but someone much earlier on this journey. An old version of this king or queen before they took their thrones. You don't need to be that person anymore. You don't need to hold on to that person because you're something new now. You are something different. You're being called to be something different. Don't let anyone run you off your road. Especially don't do a detour to allow this tower to still stand. Let the tower burn to the ground. It is built on a road it is not meant to be built on. It is blocking a road it is not meant to block. It's a construction project gone wrong. Be confident as this tower falls. Know that it is for the best. Know that surrendering to its destruction will only further you along your journey, further you along your path, allow you to go further than you ever have. But know too that any victory worth having takes a bit of force, mentally, emotionally, physically. Luckily, you are ready for that fight. You're ready for that journey. This is not a journey for the weak. And you are by no means weak. You are a king, you are a queen. You are this motorcyclist, you have a leather jacket, you're ready to rock. And all of your life experience has brought you up to this point. It has brought you up to the destruction of this tower. It has brought you up to this newly open road. So take it. Take the road. Virgo, I hope that was helpful. This is a really powerful reading, I think. And also so positive. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Please feel free to share this channel, Starchaeology Tarot, with anyone who could use a little encouragement, a little love, especially during these times. That is why I'm doing this. That is why I'm here. I am devoted to you. I am grateful for you. I literally love you. Thank you so much. Have a good June.